Hello guys, in this video we are gonna talk about angle, what the angle is and how many different types of angles do we have. But let me emphasize that in this video I'm gonna talk about two-dimensional geometry, a plane geometry in which all the figures I draw, for instance a triangle, is drawn on a flat surface. Okay, let's continue. As you see, here I have two intersecting lines and this is the meeting point. Let's stay here and watch the meeting point. You see, we have an openness here in between. This openness is named angle. So, the openness between two intersecting lines at or close to the meeting point is called angle. Here, I can introduce different types of angles. Suppose that I have two intersecting lines, and as you see here, we have a couple of small angles and a couple of larger ones. Okay, this small one is named acute angle, the larger one obtuse angle. In a special case, they can make a cross, as I have four similar angles, and here I can name it right angle. Let's go back to this figure. In this figure, I can turn this line clockwise to make the acute angle smaller and smaller, and at last, this line will overlap the other. In this case, I have a very large obtuse angle. This obtuse angle is named straight angle. Let's see what are supplementary angles. Suppose that I divide a straight angle into arbitrary angles of alpha and beta, okay? So alpha and beta are add up to make a straight angle. In this case, they are called supplementary angles. On the other hand, you may divide a right angle into arbitrary angles of alpha and beta. So alpha and beta are add up to make a right angle. In this case, they are called complementary angles. Congruent angles. Suppose that you invent a method of measurement for angle, and then in your system of measurement, alpha has a measure of 5, and also beta has the same measure, 5. In this case, I can say alpha and beta are congruent angles. So congruent angles have the same measures. You can't say alpha and beta are equal. No, they have equal measures. Just you can say alpha and beta are congruent angles. So angle alpha and angle beta have equal measures or they are congruent. Don't say they are equal. Suppose that you have two friends, okay, and they have the same weight. You can't say my friends have the same weight. They have equal weights. Yes, this is true. But you can't say my friends are equal. The people could not be equal, but they can have equal measures. Maybe height, maybe weight, everything, age. Okay? Angles are very similar. Angles could not be equal, but they can have equal measures. Okay, let's continue. Opposite angles are congruent angles. Evidently, you know that at the beginning I introduced obtuse and acute angle like this. These two opposite angles, alpha and beta, are acute ones, and you know that they have the same measure, so they are congruent ones. Of course, I have a couple of obtuse angles which have the same measure. For instance, A and B. A and B are opposite and so congruent angles. Let's go to a triangle. Suppose that I have an arbitrary triangle. It's not a special case. Generally, a triangle must have three angles, okay? Alpha, beta, and gamma. Okay, let's extend the two sides of beta. And so I make a congruent angle because it's opposite, which has the same measure, beta. And then I do the same thing for gamma. I extend the sides and make an opposite angle for gamma. So it's also a congruent angle. Let's shift them up on the top. Here you see that alpha, beta, and gamma are making a straight angle. So internal angles of a triangle will always add up to make a straight angle. Let's consider a special case, a right triangle in which one of the angles is a right angle, like beta. You remember alpha, beta, and gamma add up to make a straight angle. So we can put a straight angle here, beta is half of that. So the other half will be alpha plus gamma. So alpha and gamma are complementary angles. Anyway, for visualizing that, you can extend the two sides and make a congruent angle for gamma here, and then let's shift it up. Yes, as you see, alpha and gamma are complementary angles. Thank you for watching this video. The next video will be a method for measuring an angle, how to measure an angle, radians and degrees. See you.